Yeah, I heard he got that hot new thing. It's called Switch. Let's get it going.
Alright guys, so welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today's video, we're going to look at the Nintendo Switch, but we're going to look at it a little differently. I know usually with reviews, I go like really in depth and talk about each little piece, and I'll kind of give like a brief overview, but everybody has so many videos out right now about that I'm just going to do it a little differently. If you want to see that, I'm sure you've seen it. Alright, so first off, anybody that is a fanboy, a Nintendo fanboy, just be a little open-minded in this review because it's not really going to be all positive like everybody else's. So what is the Nintendo Switch? It is Nintendo's new system that retails for $300. Now, my personal opinion is I think that this is the system they're using to replace the Wii U, but I think also push out the 3DS as well, because the 3DS has been kind of stagnant for a while, and well, I don't really need to say anything about the Wii U. Now, you see the Zelda shirt. I have a Zelda book. Nintendo, the original Nintendo was like my favorite system of all time. So by no means is this a review by a PlayStation fan to come in and bash the Nintendo. I have extremely high hopes for this machine. In fact, even after using it, I still do, even though you may be a little confused after this. All right, so in the box, you get the Switch, which is a small size tablet, which is really made to be able to play on the go. With being able to play it on the go, you see the little Joy-Con controllers. Now these just simply slide into the system. I have the neon version that's red and blue. The other version it's available in is a gray. Okay, now this is honestly my favorite way to play it. I think this feels good. The Joy-Cons are really tiny. So the other way of doing it is being able to slide the Joy-Cons into this little controller adapter. Now this is also available inside the box as well. Alright, so you can see right now it's in there and it feels like this. Now, my complaint with this, and it's not a huge complaint, is it feels real small. It feels like your hands are cramped. I think now if you're a female or somebody with smaller hands, it may not be that big a deal. And of course, Nintendo gears a lot of stuff towards kids anyway, so this may be a perfect fit for many. So with saying that, I really suggest that you might want to look into the Pro Controller if you plan on playing it a lot in console mode, which you do by the dock. Now to do that, you just simply slide the tablet in. Everything in here on the back, as you can see when it comes out, you plug your HDMI cable in here, the power cable goes in here, so everything is already running to your TV. Now as soon as you slide it in, it goes right to the TV in up to 1080p. Now if you're playing it in tablet mode, it maxes out at 720p. But don't think 720p means bad quality, because 720p on that size screen looks amazing. So I think the dock is very well built. It has two USB ports on the side. I don't know what that's for yet, if it could be for like peripherals or extra accessories later. You also have a power brick, which is just a simple power block on one side, and then a USB-C on this side. So now with modern day phones, if you have any of those with the USB-C plug, you can use these to charge the Switch as well. You also get these little sliders that go on top of the Joy-Cons. They give you the L and R controls. That's if you want to be able to play it like this. Now this is so tiny, I don't see the purpose, but again, I think when they release the NES Classics or anything like that in the store, you can play a lot of them in the old way of playing the games. But again, that's tiny. All right, so speaking of the store, this is going to be where some of the complaints start to come in, because I'm going to get into all the pros and cons of at least what I thought from playing it, because right now I personally see this as a $300 machine just to play Zelda Breath of the Wild, which you can see here, and that's honestly the only game I would recommend right now for the Switch. Starting with the complaint, the games, the 1-2 Switch game, it should have been included with the system. That game they're charging $50 for, and it is basically a tech demo of games that you will go through once and probably never play again. It's not fun or enjoyable, and definitely not worth $50. Starting with the store, Nintendo has released the Switch in what I feel is a beta mode. By picking it up and playing it, feels great. The controllers on the tablet feels great. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun playing Zelda, but because of the lack of games and because of the way that the UI looks, which is real simple. And I really like simple, but it seems too simple. That there's not a lot going on. There's not a whole lot of games on the store. There's no apps like Netflix and other things that are going to eventually come onto the system. It just almost feels like Nintendo rushed to push this out. I think hardware wise, it's ready. It's good to go. But I think software and third-party support and other things like apps and stuff, it's missing. So right now, if you're investing in it, you're really only doing that to play Zelda or just to flip and make some money off the system. Now, the beauty of the Switch is memory cards. It only has 32 gig of memory. Once you turn it on, the operating system's taking up quite a bit. I think it only leaves you with about 25. And if you have Zelda, if you download Zelda off the store, that is 14 gigs. So right off the bat, you're only gonna have like 11 gigs left. The really good thing about this is Nintendo is allowing you to use micro SD cards. Now, micro SD cards are not expensive, so you can get 128 gig and have tons of room for plenty of games, and I highly recommend going that route. The Nintendo Switch also has a kickstand on the back, so that if you're on a plane or if you just want to put it like on the desk up here, you can sit back and just kind of play it with a controller in each hand and do it this way. And honestly, this felt a lot better than I thought it would be. And this is also a great way to play games. It feels a lot more natural than I thought it would. But again, my main way of playing the Switch is sliding them into the tablet. To me, that was the absolute most comfortable, best way to play it. So even though that was like a quick review, I'm gonna sum it up this way. Do I think the Switch is worth $300? If you're a huge fan of Zelda, then yes, Breath of the Wild is a really good game. Is it absolutely amazing and the best Zelda game ever made? That's just too early to even say anything like that. But it is a great game. And for a $300 system to play one game right now, I can't recommend it. And I don't know what Nintendo's intentions are with the Switch, because yes, they say a lot of games are coming out, but you just don't know. And third-party support just kind of waits usually to see how well the system does, and not just at launch, because launch, usually everybody wants the newest thing. They want to see how the longevity of the system is going to go. Because as you remember, Wii U had Call of Duty when it first came out, and it still tanked. I think once there's more games, I can definitely see the potential. I can see that it's fun to play. I can see where they're going to be able to try some different things. Hopefully not anything else like the 1-2 Switch. So overall, it's priced right now at the same price as the PS4 and the Xbox One. And even though it's not the same type of system, you're getting more of your money's worth into the higher end consoles than you are with the Switch right now. Come holiday season, that could be completely different. They could probably start to bundle things. I could even see the price dropping down to like $250, and then I think that's a little more where you want to be interested in it. But that's my opinion. I enjoy the Switch. I just think $300, and I think getting it at launch, it's just, you might want to hold on. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys for all the support on all the other videos. It's been amazing lately. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.